Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. Introduction myself. My name is Mayang Puspita Devi, and I'm student of Office Administration Education, Faculty of Economy, University of Jakarta. First, I would like to thank you, the supervisor, Bapak Prof. Dr. Heri Arianto MM, and the second supervisor, Bapak Insinyur Dadang Sudiarto MA, for taking the time to guide me during the drafting process this thesis proposal. And I will present this proposal, the effect of self-efficacy on entrepreneurship interest mediation of entrepreneurship motivation in student SMKN 50 Jakarta. This is background problem. Indonesia is developing country is high population level in ASEAN with total population 2,642 million people. This is because the population in Indonesia is nearly 30,000 million people. With the increasing population in Indonesia, the higher the competition in industrial work. From this condition, the unemployment rate is possible every year. So from the picture, it showed the population in Indonesia ranked first from the ASEAN country, the Philippines, Vietnam, Thailand, Myanmar, Malaysia, and Brunei. Unemployment is a term for someone not a job at all. So unemployment is a problem that is currently not resolved by the government. Plus, Indonesia is currently experiencing an outbreak of the COVID-19 virus. Based on data released of Badan Pusat Statistik in 2020, it showed that unemployment SMK level from 2018 to 2019 has decreased, but in the 2020, it has increased with the high number of the level. Vocational school are focused on working in industrial work, but in the fact, many SMK graduation not have a job. In 2020, graduation SMK uh, in high number of the employment rate. The reduction and employment at the level of education. It is necessary to innovation in developing and fostering a student interest in become a successful and creative entrepreneur following the time. The government has various innovation at the level of education. The curriculum applied in school has developed entrepreneurship subjects that are required of students. Development is carried out in entrepreneurship subject as a first step, so the student get now entrepreneurship. Formulation of the problem. First, self-efficacy have a influence on entrepreneurship interest, and the second, self-efficacy have a influence on entrepreneurship motivation, and the next, entrepreneurship motivation have a influence on interest in entrepreneurship. And the last, entrepreneurship motivation mediated on the effect of entrepreneurship interest on self-efficacy. This is purpose. This research about the influence of self-efficacy on entrepreneurship interest with a role of entrepreneurship motivation in mediation, self-efficacy on entrepreneurship interest. There are students of SMKN 50 Jakarta. Research novelty, population and sample. The sample technique used exceeded sampling, and this research I used the simple random sampling and statistic data analysis use method SPSS, and the research I use method Smart PLS. And object of research, college student, and this research student SMKN 50 Jakarta. And theoretical framework, entrepreneurship interest, entrepreneurship motivation, and self-efficacy. Entrepreneurship interest. According Busro, entrepreneurship interest is a person attraction that is content with oneself so that it can provide a sense of joy and enthusiasm in carrying out all activity related to entrepreneurship. According Halima, entrepreneurship interest is someone interested in activity related to entrepreneurship and has a great opportunity to generate new business. Based on the understanding of this expert, entrepreneurship interest is a attraction for a person entrepreneurship that grow and continue and develop with a person. From this it will a feeling of pressure in carrying out entrepreneurship activity. According to the Zulkifli and Kusro, indicator entrepreneurship interest, first one awareness in starting a business, and the second someone desires to start a business, and the next interest in entrepreneurship, and the last feeling happy. Self-efficacy, according Lucier, self-efficacy is the belief in someone with the ability processed by him to provide an activity goal. And according Kurniawan, self-efficacy is a person believe his ability so that he is able, organize and carry out task activity. So, based on the understanding of expert self-efficacy, it is a belief that grown in a person activity success with a confidence and ability he has. So, indicator according Bandura Infrandani, first level, 2 strength, 3 generality. Entrepreneurship motivation. According Oblivia and Indriani, entrepreneurship motivation is a driving force in a person so as to create an enthusiasm to start entrepreneurship activity or work by seeing opportunity there to act in taking risks and be able to carry out creative and innovation activity. According Handoko in Octavianonica, entrepreneurship motivation is a condition for someone to be able to encourage that person to carry out certain activities so that a business goal can be active. So, based on the understanding of experts, entrepreneurship motivation play an important role in encouraging someone to create a business with their ability. According Ardea, indicator entrepreneurship motivation, first, have a desire for success. Second, have a growing to learn entrepreneurship. And the 13, have high aspiration and hope. And the next, get a reward. And the next, interesting learning activity. And the last, in the learning process, require a condition so that it learning well. Research methodology, time and place research. The research was conducted at SMKN 50 Jakarta in November 2020, and research approach by using quantitative research and population and sample. The population used was a student of SMKN 50 Jakarta, and limited population used in this study on students in grade 11 and 12 with a sample use 215 using the solving formula. And data collection technique by using simple random sampling. And the next I'm determine in the number of population and research sample. And the next I make observation by distributing questionnaire, and I classification data, and I'm analysis data. And technique analysis data I'm use SAM, structural equation modeling in the analysis outer model. First convergent validity, and the next discriminant validity, and the next composite reliability, and the last Cronbach's alpha. And analysis inner model test statistic, and the next R square 13 F square, and the last PIF. And hypothesis I use indirect effect, and the next indirect effect. And for the last Sobel test. I think enough for presentation thesis proposal. Thank you, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.